So that was a fucking lie.
The video is brought to you by my Patreon, link in the description. More on that at the end of the essay. I remember when the first trailer for Avengers Infinity War dropped in November of 2017. I was still in secondary school and my piece of shit Android wasn't working, so I had no idea the trailer was out. I just remember being in class before assembly and all my friends rushing to my table to tell me about the trailer. I was a resident MCU fanboy in school, so regardless of whether I had seen the trailer or not, an Infinity War trailer discussion / hype session simply couldn't take place without the guy who drags all his friends to the movie theater every summer and Christmas simply because a new MCU movie was in cinemas. After they all tried their best to describe the sheer awesomeness that was Thanos' presence in the trailer, I'll never forget this. One friend in particular repeated the best line in the trailer to me, word for word. Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe, but this, does with a smile on my face. God, that shit gets me every fucking time. It really is the greatest scene in the world that line didn't make it to the final cut of the movie. Here in Nigeria, our Catholic secondary schools have assemblies every morning for prayers, songs, anthems, and announcements. So, after hearing about the trailer right before the assembly started, you know for a fact while my classmates were praying. I was imagining what the trailer looked like with all the spectacular mental pieces my friends had graciously provided for me, while simultaneously plotting how I would use my mom phone to watch said trailer in all its awesomeness when I got home. And it's safe to say that trailer did not disappoint, evident by the fact that I still remember my first encounter with it so clearly, so vividly, and so fondly. It's been 6 years since it was released, and I still catch myself randomly watching it from beginning to end multiple times over, still getting naively hyped up by all the action, the strategically curated dialogue, and all the built-up anticipation all over again, even though I know exactly what's going to happen in the movie already. You simply can't put a price on certain experiences like these, which is why those trailers get as many views as they do. I personally believe that everybody has seen at least one MCU trailer in their lifetime. Even if you haven't seen a single Marvel movie, you've definitely seen an Avengers trailer because them shit's raking views like did a little Mr. Beast video or something. I remember when an Avengers movie trailer dropped and it was literally all anyone could talk about for 2 weeks straight. But you know, that was back in the golden era of the MCU, back when people actually gave a shit about the franchise and they didn't have to splice in clips from older and greater movies into their trailers for their newer, shittier movies as a way to leech off of whatever residual hype they can squeeze out of their glory days. Don't worry folks, we'll get to that new Marvel trailer soon enough. Oh, we fucking better. But before we talk about the blatant deceptions that lie on the surface of those popular MCU trailers, we must first describe what a trailer is. A trailer is a short promotional video that shows you all the best parts of the movie it's promoting. A good trailer should show you enough cool shit to get you hyped and interested enough to want to watch the movie when it releases, while also telling you as little about the story as possible, just the bare minimum required for you to know what type of movie you're going to get. It shouldn't reveal spoilers, you shouldn't be able to outline the entire plot beat for beat from the trailer, and most importantly, it needs to be as short as possible. Adjacent to leaving the viewers wanting more, you also don't want them to get bored with the trailer, so they don't start attributing negative emotions and feelings of lethargy towards your film before it's even released. The MCU, being the biggest blockbuster franchise to ever fucking exist, has made some of the most goated trailers in the business because they never fail to instill hype in their audience. Everybody remembers how the world collectively shit itself when we saw Spider-Man in the new Civil War trailer, or how shocked we all got when we saw Thor's precious hammer get destroyed like it was nothing in the Ragnarok trailer, or how hyped we all got when they released a special look teaser for Endgame that showed us actual footage of different sections of the movie after they had been teasing us with a mixture of clips from old movies and different angles of the same scenes with Tony in the Guardian's ship for 2 trailers straight. I was at a friend's house when the special look teaser dropped and we made a whole ass reaction video because that shit was so fucking hype, my guy. Even now as I recall all those goated trailer moments, the nostalgia that's rising within is urging me to go rewatch all those trailers again. So in essence, nobody makes trailers like the MCU. But remember when I said that trailers shouldn't reveal too much about the story and its plot details? Yeah, Marvel took that shit way too seriously because in an attempt to keep their trailers as spoiler free as possible, at a certain point, they straight up just started lying to their audience, cutting whole characters out of certain scenes, using CGI to hide minuscule but insanely significant plot details, changing Spider-Man's suit and hiding the next Tony Stark plot thread in the first Far From Home teaser because it came out way before we found out Tony had died in Endgame. And that one time they cut Spidey out of a group shot in the Civil War trailer just so they could do his big reveal in the very next shot. Now, lying is bad, we cannot agree on that, but these particular fibs the MCU puts in their trailers are completely necessary because for their big Avengers team-up movies that everybody and their mom couldn't stop anticipating, they had to completely misdirect the audience on the plot direction because men like Eric Voss of New Rockstars, James and Mason of Mr. Sunday Movies, and Charlie from Emergency Awesome would take several zoomed in and enhanced looks at a single shot in one trailer and completely break down the movie's entire plot synopsis for the whole world to see. Marvel couldn't have that because how else would those theater reaction clips of Cap lifting Thor's hammer go viral on premiere day if it all gets spoiled before the movie ever even comes out? So what did they do? That's right, they fucking lied to us over and over and over again, to the point where they took shots strictly from the first 30 minutes of a 3-hour movie to put in the trailers and made us believe that was the whole movie. And we ate that shit up so fast, my guy, so fast and so effortlessly, like we have been primed to open wide for the choo-choo train whenever we heard that fucking Avengers theme. Yeah, you feel that? You feel that surge of hype rising from deep within your gut, nigga? Yeah, that's latent programming and decade-long conditioning, my guy. We were so fucking hooked, gullible, and easy to exploit back then. Honestly, Marvel could have sold our own shit back to us straight out of our toilets and would have bought that shit. They could have sold us land in the metaverse worth thousands of dollars and would all be virtual fucking landlords by now. They had us by the balls, bro. Fucking super villain levels of misdirection. God, I really do miss the awesomeness that was in Infinity Saga though. But let's move on. Quick side note, a shot appearing in a trailer but being AWOL in the movie doesn't always mean we were lied to or intentionally bamboozled. Sometimes it just means the shot didn't make it to the final cut, but it was cool enough to put in the trailer before post-production had concluded. Also, not all MCU trailers are like this. In fact, out of the 23 movies in Infinity Saga, 24 if you count No Way Home, only about 7 of them have lied to us in their trailers. This is because the Dishonest trailer trend started after the first Avengers movie blew up and the MCU started to have a lot of eyes on its movies. If you look through the early MCU lineup, there wasn't really any need to be selective in the trailers for the movies in phase 1 because they were just starting out. Nobody knew about them and nobody cared about some at the time silly superheroes like Iron Man and Captain America, besides a niche subculture of comic book nerds and geeks that have been reading and collecting cartoon storybooks for most of their waking lives. Back in 2008, there wasn't really any expectation for Marvel to deliver cinematic, crowd-pleasing global box office masterpieces as they did 10 years later. The nerds were just happy to see their first superhero in live action and up on a big screen for a change, as opposed to watching their animated counterparts on low-quality cable TV channels. Marvel just had to make the movie look cool in trailers and get people in theaters on opening day. Then the first Avengers movie made $1.5 billion and the whole world knew the MCU's name. So the stakes were high and they no longer had to bother with trying to get people in theaters with the trailers. Now, the trailers were more of a public service announcement that let people know, hey, you know that franchise you love so much, obsess over, and won't stop talking to all your friends about? Yeah, they made another movie. This is what it looks like, and this is when you can go see it. You excited? I did the thing with dopamine in your little brain, so now you definitely go see it opening day. Cool, my job here is done. It wasn't until the second Avengers movie, the highly anticipated sequel to the billion-dollar team-up movie, that they started start pulling a fast one on their audience. The first ever Dishonest trailer the MCU ever made. But this elusive attempt wasn't even all that crazy. They just cut Wanda, Pietro, and Vision out of the final fight so they could have a big reveal in the movie. Even though 2 out of those 3 characters literally show up in the first 3 minutes of the movie, they were sprinkled all over the trailer. They were showcased in the poster. We had already seen them in the post-credit scene of the second Captain America movie. And the 3rd character was revealed in the very next shot of the exact same trailer. So it's safe to say that this wasn't their best deceptive work yet. But you never get it right the first time, because as with all great skills, you need a lot of fucking practice, and practice they did, because just 3 years later, the Infinity War and Endgame trailers took the world by storm and had fans running around in circles trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. But we'll get to all that soon enough. Fast forward 2 movies later, it's now time for the big civil war they've been teasing since the first Avengers movie almost 5 years back. And they pretty much did the exact same shit the Age of Ultron trailer did. This time, the big character reveal was our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, fresh off the failure that was his last reboot attempt, newly recast as a younger, shorter, more British, less drop-dead gorgeous, more nerdy version of his former self, and ready to have a new substitute Uncle Ben father figure in all 3 of his movies. Same trailer treatment as Wanda and Pietro. They cut him out of the airport fight scene just to reveal him in the very next shot at the end of the trailer. At this point, it's very obvious the MCU had a formula for more than just their superhero origin movies. Look out for that particular video coming very soon. Yes sir! But this time, they revealed his big reveal in the trailer just so they could casually break the internet on a Thursday and eventually share the same popular page as the soon-to-come almighty Infinity War trailer. Skip to 3 movies later and little old Spidey has his own solo movie coming out soon. There's nothing too crazy in the Homecoming trailer besides this closing shot of Tony and Spidey swinging and flying off together. Now, I can't fully tell if this is a fake scene created strictly for the sake of building hype in the trailer, like in the case of the closing shot in the Avengers Infinity War trailer, or if this is just a deleted scene. But looking through all of Tony's appearances in the movie where he has his suit, the only place this shot could possibly fit in would be somewhere around the scene where he's scolded by Tony and gets his suit privileges revoked. This doesn't work because his suit had just been taken away and they weren't on good terms. So why would they be flying and swinging off into the sunset together? Plus, one small detail, the Iron Man suit in this shot is not the same suit he wore throughout the movie. Instead, instead is the same suit from Civil War. You can spot the difference pretty easily once you have them side by side. So yeah, this is definitely an entirely fabricated scene made strictly to put in the trailer to build hype. Good job, Marvel. You did a good deception this time. Nice work. Cut to one movie later within the same year and we have another misdirection attempt in the Thor Ragnarok trailer. A rather pointless one at that, seeing as how they only hid the fact that his right eye got blown out for no reason. Now, I say no reason because it had zero impact on the movie's plot as a whole. It wasn't a big reveal or payoff. It did nothing to develop his character and it was immediately undone in his very next on-screen appearance. Now, all my real homies know how much we love Taika Waititi on this channel. But why the fuck did Thor lose an eye in this film if it wasn't going to mean anything and it would be immediately undone in the very next film? I'm sure Taika Waititi just thought it would look cool or something. And as for the disparity in scenery between Hela nerfing the hammer in the trailer and in the movie, that wasn't another attempt at deception either. This movie was shot very similarly to the first Iron Man movie with a very loose script. So the price decided to set up the location for New Asgard in this movie after principal photography had been concluded, and they had to do some reshoots to change the background of the shot, then tie it all together in post-production. But yeah, overall, L deception in this particular trailer. Boo! On to the next one.
Destiny still arrives.
That's right, we're finally here, the fucking Infinity War trailer. The biggest fucking scam in the entire history of MCU trailers. Second to none, not even the fucking Endgame trailers that hid 90% of the movie from the audience for 2 trailers straight. The funny thing is, the trailer isn't even all that deceptive. It's just that completely fabricated closing shot that gets the job done. There's a shot of Banner next to the Hulkbuster armor that I believe is just a deleted scene. They use CGI to remove Tony's Mark 50 armor suit-up scene here, just so the nanotech shot could be a big reveal in the movie. They added more lights to certain joints in the Iron Spider armor, which by the way, in the movie, there's a big VFX discrepancy with regards to Spidey's Iron Spider suit-up scene, and I've been wanting to talk about this in the first time I noticed it so many years ago. The nanotech apparatus latches onto his back and spreads to the rest of his body, as we can clearly see in the movie. One would assume that it latched onto his back, would then spread all over his body and converge at his chest. But no, the VFX artist made a slight error in rendering this shot, and the suit ended up converging at his back, which was the original point of dispersion. For clarity, if it started spreading from his back, it couldn't then turn around and connect at the same place it began to spread, now would it? I tend to notice little VFX blunders like these because of how much I rewatch these movies. Another example can be found in the final fight in Endgame, during the big portal arrival scene. Right after the shot with Rocket and War Machine, there's a wide shot of all our heroes, and if you zoom in and look very closely to the extreme right, you can see Cap holding a perfectly intact and unbroken shield, even though this scene comes right after Thanos very visibly cut his shield in half, piece by piece, like it was made of cardboard or something. Now, I'm not criticizing anybody because the VFX artists honestly do their best, especially under the excruciating circumstances and the amount of pressure that the studio puts them under. So, a little imperfection here and there never hurt anybody. Gives the movie a little personality if you ask me, and makes it just a little bit more human. I don't know about you guys, but this engage all defenses speech from T'Challa sounded way more epic in the trailer than it did in the movie. Even seemed a bit flat when I heard it in the movie, to be honest.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield. Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
They definitely used different takes for both the movie and the trailer, but the trailer set such a high bar that I was a bit disappointed when the movie version wasn't as monumental as it was in the trailer. I mean, it's been a while and I'm kind of over it, but I'm still very much displeased and feel a little bit catfish now. Then of course, we have my favorite Thanos quote ever.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe, but this does put a smile on my face.
I don't know what it is about this line, but it does things to me when I hear it. Makes me want to wake up early, start a new diet, get my life back together, and call my ex or something. You know, whatever the fuck those self-help gurus be yammering on about. This could very well be a completely fabricated line of dialogue, but I suspect it's just another clip that didn't make it past the editing room floor. This frontal shot of Thanos in particular commits 2 deceptive scenes because it's entirely fabricated. Well, either that or it's just a deleted scene, and it hides a key detail from the audience. In the battle on Titan, he already had 4 stones, but this shot only shows us 2. They did the same thing in the second trailer when Cap tried to hold him off in Wakanda at the end of the trailer with no powers whatsoever, like the true all-American Chad that he is. You know, I don't think this particular shot gets talked about enough because bro really tried to fend off the full might of 5 whole Infinity Stones wielded by a bulked up genocidal purple space titan with nothing but elbow grease, his will to live and share all-American patriotic determination. Jeez, we really didn't deserve Captain America, did we? Even Thanos was shocked to see this puny human trying to physically challenge him after he had just bodied the incredible fucking Hulk not up to 2 hours ago. Bro was lucky all he got was the right hook, to be honest, because Thanos could have very easily fucked up his entire situation beyond repair, but he had his eyes on that fucking prize for real. also tried to make it look like Tony and Gamora were talking to each other in the same room at the start of the trailer when they never even met each other in the movie. They cut out Doctor Strange in these shots, and there was a few deleted scenes here and there, but overall, the second trailer wasn't anywhere near as deceptive as the first one. Because, as we all know, the first Infinity War trailer ends on what can only be regarded as the most popularly deceptive shot from any MCU trailer to date, and I'm not even exaggerating. Currently, it is the most viewed trailer and video on the official MCU YouTube channel. This shot is the most viewed section of the trailer, and they made this the fucking thumbnail, my guy. But who could blame them, really? I mean, look at this shot. At this particular point in time, it was the perfect clickbait. Yeah, no wonder it's still the most viewed movie trailer of all time. What the fuck? Yeah, bro. Writing Weko just found that out while doing research for this video. God damn, that's crazy. But hold on. If I'm recording Weko, and you're editing Weko, also factual, then who the fuck is writing Weko? Good question. From what I can tell, he's mostly silent and he's definitely the one writing our dialogue right now, which is our primary form of existence. So, he's essentially continually creating us as we perpetually remain in existence, like a car driving on a road that's continually being constructed. So in essence, he's kind of like our god. Yeah, I'm just gonna get back to the video now. No, this is a phenomenal revelation and we need to explore this first. Anyway, this show was perfectly created to get everybody's attention because while this might look like a trivial shot right now, at this point in the MCU timeline, circa November 2017, jeez, that was like 6 years ago, my guy. Yeah, we're fucking old, bro. You know, we're gonna have to circle back to this writing Weko conversation sooner or later. Back then, movie theaters were still a thriving business, streaming services were still a niche part of pop culture, and we still had a girlfriend. What the fuck, editing Weko? Shut the fuck up, fuck. Are you trying to derail this entire fucking video, nigga? I mean, I'm just pointing out the obvious facts, bro. It's normal for the shit throwing you off. Yes, nigga, it literally is. It's literally your fucking fault. That's the literal definition of it being your fucking fault, bro. Can you just let me chill and do my thing, please? Oh, fine, do your thing. Thank you. Anyway, Rhodey was still paralyzed. Bucky was still on ice in Wakanda. Sam and Natasha were still on drone with Cap, who was still a fugitive of the state. The Hulk was still in space, and the last time we saw our heroes together was over a year ago when they were all trying to kill each other. So, once that trailer hit the internet and we all saw that thumbnail with the gang back together, all on the same side, united against a common enemy, the entire internet, Marvel and DC fans are like, instantaneously got hyped and clicked on that fucking trailer. I can assure you, even Martin Scorsese watched that fucking video within a week of its release. God, what I would give to see the analytics of that trailer at the time of release. The click-through ratio must have been through the fucking roof. Okay, that's enough nerdy YouTube talk for one video. Alright, we'll get back on track. And the best part about it is that it's not entirely untrue. Everybody we see here is actually in the movie at one point or another, and they all do gather in a field to fight the forces of Thanos. The only hiccup here is that Hulk himself wasn't in Wakanda because he got bitch slapped by Thanos and refused to show his face again throughout the movie, but was added in the trailer shot to read the shock value of this already extremely fabricated scene. Oh, and never forget to mention, this entire scene was completely manufactured. They really came on set, got in costume, put on makeup, got hooked on wires, got those CGI dots on their bodies and got in position just to shoot a scene particularly curated to sell the movie and nothing else. Fucking crazy shit. But there is concept art that shows the Hulk breaking out of the Hulkbuster armor in a fit of rage to fight Obsidian. So infer from that what you will. The post-title sequence scene is also fabricated to a degree because in the movie they were all strapped up and ready to pounce on Thor because he was a strange space Viking pirate angel who just regained consciousness on their ship. So Peter definitely would have been smiling at him like this.
You guys?
He would have looked more like this.
Who the hell are you guys?
Also, in the post-title sequence scene for the second Infinity War trailer, they hit Tony from this shot with Spidey and Strange. I'm guessing in an attempt to blur the line between who exactly was teaming up with who in the movie. But overall, this shot is just the best lie I've ever been fed in my entire life, and it will continue to instill so much hype within me to the day I die. Well, that was all I really wanted to talk about in this video, to be honest. The rest was just there to give me an excuse to probably geek out about this particular shot. The trailers don't really get that much more deceptive from here, so I'll just close the video on a few honorable mentions. The Endgame trailers. Now, the first one wasn't all that deceptive, to be honest. I mean, once you get past the fact that 90% of the shots are from the first 30 minutes of the movie, which they spliced together, then close the trailer on the shot of Cap and Nat right before they ambushed OG Thanos to make us think that was the finale of the movie, and we all fell for that shit. Fucking super villainous behavior right there. Nice one, MCU. They cut the Avengers in a time travel suit out of this shot, although I don't think they had even decided what particular suit to look like as the time trailer was released. They changed Natasha's hair color here and here to hide the passage of time, and of course, the infamous title reveal after months of lying to the fans and gaslighting those who already figured it out weeks in advance. Even going as far as saying that the title for the fourth Avengers movie had never been mentioned in any previous MCU movie.
We're in the end game now.
So that was a fucking lie.
and leaving it out of the name of the trailer as well. After all that damage control, the title was finally revealed to be what we had all guessed was gonna be several weeks prior, and yes, it still didn't fail to catastrophically break the internet upon release. And they took their sweet time too, used a whole 15 seconds to reveal the full title. Really wanted to make sure they tease the fuck out of us until we're really begging for it. Hey yo, don't look at me, nigga. I'm just reading what writing record wrote down. If you have a problem, take it up with him. No, that's okay. I'm good. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. The second Endgame trailer was more of the same shit, but with a lot more clips from older movies mixed in just to pad the trailer's runtime and avoid showing as much as the actual movie as possible. At least they started revealing Natasha's true hair color in this one, so that even counts as a counter deception. We get this entirely fabricated shot of Thor, hiding the fact that they foolishly made him fat in this movie. But then again, this could just be another deleted scene from before the 5-year time jump, so who the fuck knows? I'm pretty sure you should, nigga. Aren't you the intellectual YouTuber and passionate MCU fan by making the fucking MCU YouTube video? Get the fuck off my dick, editing Weko. Okay, jeez, chill out, nigga. Another deleted scene when Nat's hair color is altered. They also hit Cap's broken bone and shield here. We get the big reveal for their time travel suits, but they cut out Fat Thor and Professor Hulk, aka the two biggest and worst cases of literal character assassination I've ever seen in an Avengers movie. And they did the same thing in this living room shot in the special look trailer. Also, while we're here, this "Do you trust me" scene is real.
You trust me? I do.
But the handshake, however, is completely fabricated.
You trust me? I do. You're calm. Here we go.
It was ripped from this scene where they actually do shake hands and reconcile their Civil War differences.
Sounds like a deal.
This might be a fake shot where Cap shield is actually broken, but it's 5 AM and I'm too lazy to confirm, so you do it, nigga. Hey, it's me. It's 5 AM again. It's the next day and I actually found the clip. Yeah, and the shot was definitely altered. It's actually from right after Thanos just chops Cap's shield in half, so they almost feel like they sprinkle just a little bit of fuck you on top of this particular deception. And they definitely cut out Mjolnir from this shot right here. They tried to Jedi mind trick us into liking Captain Marvel by having Thor say this.
I like this one.
At the end of the second trailer, but it didn't work, bitch. Her movie was ass, and the sequel where she got demoted to a supporting character is gonna bomb so fucking hard. Speaking of which, her movie is currently projected to lose so much fucking money than the most recent trailer. They tried to make it look like the bad guy of the Marvels is a direct successor of Thanos or some shit.
Avengers. I am inevitable.
Wait for it.
There will always be more to finish my work.
I really can't believe they defaked Josh Brolin's voice just so they could make Thanos say a line he never said and would never say because it makes no fucking sense. The fuck do you mean there'll always be more to finish his work, Marvel? He doesn't work a fucking 9 to 5. He said it himself in Endgame.
But the work is done. It always will be.
All he had to do was snap his fingers and he did. End of story. So Marvel, where is all this "there'll always be more to finish my work" bullshit coming from? God, I'm so fed up with the new MCU, to be honest. That's how in episode 2 of Loki season 2, they tried to make it look like Loki was just throwing a tantrum in New York to get his dad's attention when he invaded Earth in the first Avengers movie.
You remember that time? I was so angry with my father and my brother, I went down to Earth. Wait for it. And I held the whole of New York City hostage with an alien army. Tried to use the Mind Stone on Tony Stark. It didn't work, so I threw him off the building. Wasn't tactical.
Yeah.
I lost it. Sometimes our emotions get the better of us.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. That shit was so fucking tactical. You dismantled the fucking Avengers from the inside out before they even had a chance to ever come together. You outsmarted Nick Fury, took control of his best agents and scientists. You unleashed the fucking Hulk. And according to you, from a personal perspective, from being a variant, immediately after you were caught, you thwarted the Avengers again and fucking escaped with the one thing you wanted right from the very beginning. What the fuck do you mean that shit wasn't tactical, nigga? God. Okay, let's get back to the Marvel's trailer. They literally packed the first 15 seconds of the trailer with nostalgia-based clips from Endgame that have nothing to do with the story they want to tell in the actual movie. Big yikes. Yeah, these motherfuckers are getting desperate as fuck, for real.
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion. But the world can still use them.
We destroyed Thanos. But it's not over.
My work is inevitable.
Right.
There will always be more to finish it.
Miss me with that bullshit.
speaking of recently released and horribly dishonest MCU trailers, you all seen the new trailer for Echo? They went ahead and plastered that shit with Kingpin like it was his fucking TV show. Meanwhile, he might not even be in it for more than a couple scenes in episode 1 and a cameo at the end of the final episode. But who can blame them? The character of Echo has as much mass appeal as a double-decker triple stuffed hamburger in the carbon neutral strictly organic vegan restaurants. So they're going to have to glaze the marketing with extremely recognizable IP to sell this show to anybody, to be honest. I told you I was going to market this shit with Kingpin and Daredevil in my MC oversaturation video, but you all didn't fucking listen. Because of the fact that nobody knows who this fucking character is aside from comic book readers, they have to stuff her TV show with as much recognizable IP as possible. So Daredevil is going to be there and Kingpin is going to be the main villain apparently. So this should be fun. Good luck to those of you that are going to be brave enough to watch that show when it comes out. I mean, they already essentially castrated Kingpin in Hawkeye by having a girl defeat him and emasculated Daredevil by turning him into a fucking one-night stand in the She-Hulk TV show. So how bad could it possibly get? The Morbius trailer technically makes it to this list because the Sony Spider-Verse is definitely a part of the greater MCU multiverse now. And I'm very sure that I don't even need to remind you of all the blatantly fan-servicey Spider-Man Easter eggs and direct Venom references they showed in the trailer just to try and get anybody to talk about it. Then it went through so many reshoots and delays that for some reason all that Spider-Man shit eventually got left out of the film altogether. At least that's what people were saying at the time. I haven't seen the fucking movie, never will, unless, you know, Patreon votes for me to do a full breakdown of why that shit was so fucking bad. Subscribe to my Patreon, by the way, link in the description. More on that at the end of the video. W plug my G. Yes sir. The No Way Home trailers literally bamboozled the whole world with how audaciously they cut out Toby and Andrew from the final fight scenes. I mean, obviously we all knew they were going to be in it. There were rumors, set leaks, contract leaks. Their OG villains were in the movie. It was a multiverse storyline. They had all the rights and there was no way Marvel was going to pass up an opportunity to break the internet on opening night. But we all saw Infinity War Endgame. We knew the fucking game. So while Andrew was lying his ass off in every single interview and media appearance, we nodded our heads, bided our time until we could watch the movie, and sure as shit, there they were, standing right before our fucking eyes. Toby and Andrew in their original suits, making quips, fighting their original bad guys, and mentoring little old Tommy Boy through his standard obligatory Peter Parker quarter-life crisis. The MCU really has reached its peak, haven't they? Also, pretty much any trailer released for a Phase 4 Marvel project kind of lied to us by making us think that the show was going to be about the titular character, but we'd watch episode 1 and immediately start seeing the signs of the imminent bait and switch maneuver that they were about to pull on us by replacing our hero with his female counterpart as the real star and driving force of the series. They did it to Loki in Loki, Doctor Strange in Mom, Hawkeye in Hawkeye, Taskmaster in Black Widow, Thor in Thor 4, and Nick Fury in Secret Invasion. There's a full MCU bait and switch video coming soon as well, so look out for that. In conclusion, the MCU used to lie to us in their trailers, but it was for our own good, so I'm not mad at it. It was fun playing the game with them upon the release of a new MCU trailer though. Trying to figure out which shot in which trailer was real and which wasn't. Eventually running to YouTube to watch several breakdown videos, only to leave still not knowing reality from Fugazi. Good times. Now, a quick word from our sponsors. Hey there, it's me. Subscribe to my Patreon, bitch. Yo, my man, you wanna chill out there, my nigga? The fuck? How about we try easing them into it and, you know, maybe giving them a reason to actually give a shit about you and care to subscribe to your fucking Patreon, nigga? Fine. There you go. Now, why don't you tell them about your copyright sub story? See if that'll get you a few Patreons this week. Okay. So, my last video was on fairly claimed for copyright, meaning that it was going to be blocked from being seen by anyone and demonetized, which is kind of overkill if you ask me, because why do you need to demonetize a video if you already blocked it from being seen and therefore not being able to garner any AdSense views for my monetary gain? So fucking redundant. But anyway, obviously I beat the case because your boy Edison Wecker knows how to do his fucking job. Yes sir. But I would be lying if I said that shit didn't scare the living weirdo out of me. So I made a Patreon. It's only one tier and it's $5. You guys will get unrestricted access to all my video scripts. You can read how I took Tekawai a new one, see which parts are scripted, which parts I ad-libbed, which parts I cut out entirely, a detailed record of my time management process, how long it took me to complete each step required to create the full video, and the script to this very video where I outline my script writing process, how I organize my points, arrange my clips, color code everything, and structure my essays for optimal engagement. So subscribe to the Patreon so I can have enough peace of mind to properly pump out these video essays for you guys. Thanks. I appreciate all you motherfuckers. Later, nigga. Wait. Also, I'll put your name. I forgot, this is a fucking YouTube thing that they all do. Also put your name on screen at the end of the video, right next to Edison Wecker, where you can feel safe, warm, and engaged, along with a weirdly specific comment beside it. Unique to only your name and your name exclusively. I'll put an example on the screen somewhere there with one random name, maybe John, Sarah, I don't know, but there'll be an example right there. So subscribe and then that could be your name along with a weirdly unique and non-generic, definitely not AI generated comments. And you also get video scripts and and stuffs. So yeah, but obviously when I get more patrons, I won't be able to do this anymore. So later on, when the channel gets big and shit, you'll be able to say that you were one of the first patrons to get a weirdly unique comment and specialized name tag from Weko. So give me $5 for a weirdly unique comment beside your name and some video scripts and loves and kisses and vibes and good karma. Okay, later, bye. Link in the description.